welcome back to Monique's Book List. So you're like, girl, where you been? It's been a month. It has been a month. Where do I start? First of all, let's take a sip. I'm gonna take a sip of some hard seltzer in my nice Harry Potter glass that my husband got me 2 Christmases ago. Technically 2 Christmases ago. I saw them in a store and I wanted them, and it was like in October. I really wanted them, and I said, well, maybe get it for a Christmas gift or something. There's no reason just to spend, I don't even remember how much they were, just randomly buy glasses because we have a ton of glasses. And he was like, no, you really want them. You don't ask for a lot. So he got them for me 2 years ago. So yeah, I love them. This is, there's 6 of them. There's 3 black ones like this, and then there are 3 clear ones. I don't remember all the designs, but the black ones, of course, are my favorite. And so yeah, so I'm gonna sip while I tell you what's going on, my life update, and yeah, let's have a little sip. Yeah, I have reusable straws. Yeah, I'm bougie as hell. It's good as black cherry, hard seltzer. Which company is it? I don't remember which brand it is. I don't know if it's, I know it's not Truly. It has to be, I don't remember. It's not that important. Anyway, where have I been? I have, like everybody else, been affected by this pandemic in so many ways, and in such a drastic way with my mental health. So let's start not from the beginning. We all know what happened with the pandemic in many states. My state, Ohio, began to do a stay-at-home order, official stay-at-home order, mid-April. No, sorry, mid-March. And yeah, so it's affected us tremendously. The main things it's affected is like, my husband, he works for a small cell phone company, and he works in the shipping and receiving department. He's a manager in that department. So he had a team that he had to send home, but the demand for their phones was still there. So someone still had to go to work. So him and one other person are working off and on. So that changed, and he's working midday to like 8 o'clock at night, which is very different from what he used to work. But the biggest change, I'm working from home, of course. That hasn't changed for me because I've always had the option to work from home, which I have done in the past. So it wasn't a huge thing for me. But the biggest change was my daughter's schedule. And my daughter is, of course, if you all know, she's on the spectrum. She was originally diagnosed as moderate to severe autistic, on the spectrum. I shouldn't say autistic, but on the spectrum. They have recently changed that diagnosis to high functioning to moderate, being on the spectrum. I don't know the correct terminology. I know that her functionality, or what they originally thought of, they assessed her original assessment has changed because she's friggin' brilliant. And we will talk about all that. But yeah, so they've changed that. She's been moved up to various groups. She's extremely intelligent, and I can only say she got that mainly from me. I'm just picking. My husband is a very intelligent man, so I'm pretty sure she got his intellect. But anyway, and me too. I'm okay. I'm all right. Anyway, so her schedule has changed, and therefore it has impacted me. It's impacted me because I have had to teach myself how to basically become an ABA therapist, an occupational therapist, a speech therapist, while still maintaining a full-time job. And work has picked up a lot because before, my job was truly training and development for this. My company is huge. We have when I say it's huge, we have over 300,000 employees globally. I can't, of course, tell you who I work for, but so while still trying to maintain a full-time job, and then on top of that, I'm given new responsibilities, and while taking on these new responsibilities, I'm having to turn around these projects and these these training tasks and all this, stuff very quickly. On top of that, I'm doing some support because, of course, we're all hands on deck for this. So while doing all of that and trying to incorporate my daughter's ABA therapy, I, at the end of the day, am just beat the fuck through. I'm sorry for cussing. I promise I won't cuss a lot on this video, but I do use curse words to express myself. I don't mean any disrespect for anyone who doesn't cuss. But yeah, I'm just beat through. By the end of the day, I am tired. I am mentally exhausted, and I have given everything I can to work into my little girl. So trying to sit down to film a video has been hard for me because of that. And then you have to add it on top of that is my anxiety, and I am exhausted mentally sometimes because I battle constant anxiety. And I could tell you where it stems from. I've already done the work with therapists to tell you and go directly to where to pinpoint where anxiety was created in me to physically cause me illness. Like, I can get to a point where I physically get sick because of all the anxiety in me, like to the point where I am throwing up because I have got my body into a point that riled up. Anyway, I've worked many years, and not to be on, and I'm not saying medication is not good for anxiety. I just have never felt I needed it. I felt like I could do it, and I have up to this point. This has been the first time I've considered medication for my anxiety because it has gotten so bad. Well, it had got so bad that it was crippling. Like, I would just wake up and cry and try to have a full day of being a good parent and also a good employee and a good wife while my body is physically fighting itself. So all of that, basically, I just couldn't add on top of that filming a video, editing, and worrying about views and making sure I don't offend, and also not pouring my anxiety onto you guys, therefore not spewing. And I know you wouldn't view it as negative, but I was in some very dark places, and I finally was able to get in contact with my counselor and choose some programs that I could do to help me with my anxiety. And also just my husband has just been extremely patient with me and very loving and continually supporting me. So I'm trying very hard not to cry. That's why I keep looking down, is because I see myself and I see it all, and I'm trying really hard not to cry because it has been a battle. So I said all of that to say that I am not gonna lie and say that I wanted to film, and I just didn't have it in me. I just didn't. I didn't have it in me physically, because literally by the end of the day I was exhausted, and mentally and emotionally I was exhausted too. So I just didn't film. Honestly, I read. I'm still reading. I continue to read. But yeah, I've just been exhausted. I would love to tell you that I'm fixed. I don't think I'm fixed. I think that I have gotten to a point where I have a fighting spirit now, whereas I was hopeless. I couldn't come on camera and either pretend like I wasn't going through those things because you would see it, or come and just dump that on you. So I took some time. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be back like I was before every 2 weeks, or trying to invent new videos, or even participating in readathons. I can't say I'm gonna do those things. I'm going to do my damnedest to do those things and to get back into the swing of things. I thank you for staying with me. I thank you for rocking with me and sticking around. And for all of you who are going through the same things as me, just know you are not alone. Please reach out to, if you don't have the ability to reach out to a counselor, reach out to a minister, reach out to family members that you can talk to. Reach out to anyone who will listen, because that's the thing that's continuing to save me, is that I have someone to listen to me and also give me programs to help me fight this fear and basically fight the anxiety, and also to put things in perspective. Because like, that's the thing, is like, I was like, I gotta work. I don't, I need, it was just a whole bunch. And then it was like, it's her develop, because like that's the thing, that's where the anxiety happened, is fear of the pandemic, fear of being productive at work, fear of my daughter's development. And out of all those, the biggest fear for me really was my daughter's development, was because how is this going to impact her development? Because she is just done so much, to the point that she's not truly fully conversational with people, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to get too detailed in that, but she had made so many strides in a good way. And I was really worried that this break from her traditional schedule, or her usual schedule with her different therapists, was going to affect her. And my daughter has surprised me the most in this. She has picked up more language. She has not dropped many of her skills. I think there was one skill that she did drop, but we were able to, my husband and I introduced it to her in a way where it was a play instead of a traditional setting, where it was like, okay, let's work on this, that she built it back up and is at a higher skill level than she was before. So she is extremely intelligent. So luckily, the therapy center that she's gone to, they have offered us what is called telehealth. And so we meet with them. We meet with her ABA therapist 1 to 2 times a week. And then every other week we meet with either her. So like last week we met with her occupational therapist. This coming week we'll meet with her speech therapist on top of seeing her ABA therapist. So we would be in contact with them throughout the week, 2 to 3 times a week. So there's been a lot of stuff that has heaped on my anxiety. So that's basically what's been going on. I think this video is way too damn long for me to be talking about myself. I am going to get back to filming and talking about books. I think the biggest, I did create a little small tag. I don't know the name of it though, because like it's talking about stuff that's not your favorite. So I don't know. I'm going to film it and see how I feel about it. And if I like it, I'll give it a name and I'll post it. I am going to post my bookshelves tour. I'm going to post it in 2 parts. And this was filmed such a long time ago. So I'm still going to post it. And I think I have to do the guilty pleasure tag. I did not forget about it. I am going to do it. And I think that's it. I think I'm going to try to do what are you reading now? Current reads, that kind of thing, maybe weekly. I'm going to try to do that at least every 2 weeks or so. But yeah, I'm going to slowly get myself back into this. I just don't want to commit to doing something that I don't feel like I have the physical and mental capacity to do right now. So I love BookTube. I'm continuing to watch BookTube. I'll talk to you guys soon. I've talked too long. And until next time, thank you for watching. And of course, bye.